Please close your eyes for a minute, please. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. I hope, as usual, after we have listened to those classes, while listening to the classes, after the classes, before the classes, you must be always yourself. Yesterday, that particular point which came so nicely, ekameva bhavbodho na asid asti bhavishyati. In this ocean of samsara, what we call as bhava, bhu bhav to become, where it is continuously changing, samsara samsarati, where continuously everything is changing, ekaha, there is one changeless, the absolute, which asit, asti, bhavishyati, was, is and shall be. At no time it changes. So, the moment I ask you, even to close your eyes, sit down for a minute, ask yourself, what was that you are with? Are you with something which was, is, shall be? Or you are with your thought which was not, is and shall not be? Is that simple? That direct, instantaneous, you really cannot escape. Please do not sit down here trying to pick up some idea, trying to understand the truth. There is a huge difference between trying to understand being and understanding. It's not trying to understand the truth. You are the truth. And that is what is most important things to be seen right here and now. There is no question of you're waiting for a second time, later date. Instantaneous, now and here. So what is that something in me which was, is and shall be? And same thing, you can see it in Bhagavad Gita, Upanishads, ASHTAVAKRA Gita, anything, a small book, big book, fat book, Sanskrit book, any language, it just doesn't matter. This is the theme to be understood. Bhagavan says, to Krishna, hey Arjuna, it was never so that at no time, nachaivana bhavishyama sarve vaya matah param. It will never so happen that after this we shall not be. I was always there, I am there, I shall be there. You were there, you are there, you shall be there. What is that he's talking about? Definitely not the physical body, because body was not. The same condition which you saw the body, the same condition is not. A particular condition of the body is continuously changing, and it will not be at one time. Same thing the creation. Senses, bright, dull, lost. Thoughts, was not, is, will not be. When all these are available for recognition, classification, who you are, in whose presence a thought is perceived, that's something which marks the so-called past, present, future, itself is timeless. So don't get lost again in these fabulous, fantastic expressions like timeless presence. What I'm trying to say, please understand, is the whole attempt for every teacher, whoever understands the truth, is trying to express the inexpressible. To try to describe something indescribable, which nobody can describe. Nobody. What you see shall see only the struggle, the urgency, sincerity, perhaps in trying somehow to communicate. What? The incommunicable. Because you are it. There is no question of my giving it to you. And nobody can deny it to you also. That is why when somebody says, you are a rogue, you are stupid, you are a murkha, you are ignorant, you don't have to brand people like that. The people don't come here to be branded. The student doesn't come here to be branded. The student comes here to be released from the branding. Right or wrong? The seeker comes to... The seeker is not coming to be branded. He has already come here branded. Seeker. Interested in the truth. Interested in the absolute. What a holy branding. Why is it such a holy branding? Because the moment the person brands himself, that is the seeker of the truth, he shall look down upon everybody. These fellows are fools. They are seeking gold. For what? Happiness. You are seeking truth. For what? Happiness. What way you are better? You are still seeking. Do you understand? The sense of superiority, inferiority must completely drop out. It's not in relation to somebody, in relation to yourself. I searched for happiness in so many places, did not get it. Now I'm still seeking. So I'm seeking in renunciation, not in those things where I was seeking. The other person are still seeking. His time will come, don't worry. That is where you become so compassionate, so kind, so accepting, so tolerant. Why? Everybody has his own time. The person is yet to see that. You do not come here to be branded. You don't come to the class to go back branded. How? I came back here thinking that I'm a body, I'm the mind. Now you know I'm not the body, I'm not the mind. It's another set of words. You pick up another set of words. I'm not this body, not this mind. Or another set of words, I'm Brahman, I'm absolute. If you are so much Brahman and absolute, if by chance somebody tells you, you are stupid, why do you feel affected? Brahman feels affected. This morning it happened. We were sitting down for breakfast. Yesterday, you know the boy, all of you had got laddu, right? Nice laddus, big ones. The boy also had sent some laddus to my place. Say there. Say another, there are, in a plot, there are 2 laddus. You are not interested, you are not the only ones interested in laddus. Aunts also interested. No. So all the aunts have made a ant line to the laddus. So, the boy who was looking at it, he saw that, immediately took it out and made a jalayantra. You know that, right? He put that vessel on a plate, and in the plate he poured the water. When you put the water on the plate, pour the water on the plate, naturally, now the ants cannot go. So the sweet is safe. Sweet is very precious. Ants are not. So sweet must be kept safe place, right? The sweetest things of life is you. Consciousness, the absolute. The sweetest, the loveliest, immortal, absolute. Call it the beauty, call it the immortality, call it eternity, call it absolute happiness, absolute love. That is the sweetest thing. Very well protected. Nobody can reach it. That is why as long as you are an ant trying to eat the sweet, that long you shall not be the sweet. That is where the people when they say, I don't want to be God, I want to taste God. I don't want to be sugar, I want to taste sugar. Those varieties will be denied. Because you cannot taste the sweetness, you be the sweetness. You cannot taste wisdom, be wise. You cannot taste it, listen carefully. Oh, this is so amazing. Very simple, very beautiful. Catch it, see it, laugh at yourself. Because what do we say? Oh, that because you can go eloquent, absolutely eloquent on what? Describing that this is the truth which the eyes cannot see, the ears cannot hear, the tongue cannot taste, the nose cannot smell, the skin cannot touch, the words cannot describe, the mind cannot grasp. Why are you talking so many nonsense? Do you know why? When does the eye try to see it? When do your eyes try to see that they shall not see it? You are using your eyes to see, so you are at fault or the senses are at fault? Are you getting that point, please? Ears cannot hear it. When do the ears want to hear it? Do the ears wish to listen to the Absolute? Do the eyes wish to see the reality? Does the tongue wish to taste it? The skin wish to touch it? Nose wish to smell it? Words wish to describe it? Mind wants to grasp it? Totally impersonal. The body has no struggle to get out of mortality. The body doesn't seek for immortality. Just see that. Only one person responsible. One thought, I thought. Do you understand? Do you really understand? Can you reduce the problem? You understand? Reduce the problem to one thing, and that is you. I want to see it. Therefore, you are using your eyes. Therefore, they shall say, you want to use your eyes, the eyes cannot see it. Meaning, you cannot see it through your eyes. That is not the denunciation of the eyes. Are you getting that? You are not denouncing, you are not dismissing, you are not negating the eyes or the ears or the tongue or the taste. But unfortunately, because it has been renounced so long, so everything body and the physical is nonsense. Physical body, poor thing, so beautiful. Sense organs without which what type of life it shall be. So eyes cannot see it, so does it mean blind person sees it? Ears cannot hear it, so does it mean the deaf person is lucky? Think. Ishvara, it is so beautiful that the eyes cannot see because eyes don't want to see. So seeing or not seeing is going to make, understand. So eyes, what they seeing or not seeing, reporting or not reporting, doesn't do anything to the Absolute. Whether you are directing your eyes to the ocean or to the desert, full of water or full of sand, consciousness is not going to be affected. That is why Pashyan, Shunvan, Spushan, Jigran, Asnan, Gachan, Bilapan, Unmishan, Nimishan api, Nakanchit Karomiti Uktamanyeta Tattubit, Indriyan Indrithursu Vartande, Iti Matvana Sajjade. By seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, smelling, person knows he doesn't do anything whatsoever, because you are the eye of the eyes, ear of the ears, mind of the mind, tongue of the tongue, untouchable. Nothing can reach it to destroy it. Please, friends, see that. When you reach the mountain top, you enjoy, or the mountain top enjoys. When you reach the mountain top, who is struggling? You are struggling. Does the mountain top struggle? Does the destination struggle or the traveler struggle? Does the destination ever struggle? Nobody is reaching me. Nobody is coming. Hey, there is nothing called a destination. Oh, this is amazing. Do you understand? So just catch one person. Who? You. That is why that I comes, I want to listen to some classes. I want to understand the truth. These people want to understand the rasgulla. Or that one is interested in some sound or a touch or a taste or a smell. I am interested in absolute happiness. How holy, eh? The sense of superiority literally drowns you. You are overwhelmed by that. Please. There is one thing, dreaming to be somebody and being somebody. Right or wrong? Sometimes we have seen it in marriage advertisement. So stupid. Appeared IAS, appeared civil services. That is the qualification of the groom. What is that? Appearing civil services, appealing to civil service, appearing for civil service. Then you can always say, on the way to New York. Why? Whenever you are working, no? So on the way to New York. Or on the way to Alaska, whatever, you are working, no? So on the way. Why so much there? On the way to immortality. But that is how a person feels, so proud and stupid. Please, this, do not suddenly pick it up so that tomorrow you tell somebody. Dreaming is something, being is something else. So, you puncture the fellow, but you are still not punctured. You can puncture a person. These statements are very, very powerful. You can use a statement, very powerful statement. Dreaming is not being. So shall he stop dreaming? Don't do that to him. You shall take his dreams away, but you will not give him the reality. At least he had the pleasure of dreaming, no? Very nicely, as somebody says, when a slave is sleeping, please don't wake him up, because he is dreaming of his freedom. He is asleep. Don't wake him up. Because if you wake him up, you shall disturb his dreaming from freedom. He is dreaming of freedom. Ignorant person. Our enthusiasm, listen please, your enthusiasm should not destroy others. In the process, are you establishing your superiority or helping him to discover the equality with everybody? Do you understand? When you are dismissing something, disregarding something, what are you enjoying? Are you enjoying establishing your superiority or helping the other person to be one with you, one with everything? There is total equality. Samam pashyanni sarvatra. Samam pashyanni. Sarvatra samam pashyanni. Seeing the sameness everywhere. Samavasthita Ishwaram. Ishvara, the God, the truth, you call it consciousness, Ishvara, God, everything is synonym. Samavasthitam. Everywhere in and through the universe, everywhere it is same. There is no solid presence, liquid presence. Solid presence, strong presence, diluted presence. Space is not diluted and the space is not solid. Same thing, truth of yourself, who you are. Just see that. Closing the eyes for 2 minutes. I'm ready for the new class. What about the old? Yesterday we are told everything, no? Today what are we going to listen? So when you come, not that you should not come. You can say, tomorrow, yesterday also you spoke, today what are you going to speak? Why are you speaking for us to come? I am not speaking anything new. I am always enjoying what I am talking, always enjoying being with myself. This morning somebody was telling me, Swamiji, thank you for giving me so much teaching. I said, I have never given you anything, don't tell me that. I am not giving you anything, I have been enjoying, and you seem to have got it. If I take the credit of giving it to you, I will take the discredit of not receiving it to you, not receiving it. No. Truth is like that. Ishvara, God, anything is like that. You sing your song. You are happy with yourself. You recognize this reality. You don't teach somebody. You cannot give it to somebody. When I say, I am the happiness, am I telling you are the happiness? Aham Brahmasmi, I am the absolute. When did I teach you? I say, I am the absolute. Aham Brahmasmi, when did I teach you? Aham Asmi, Sada Bhami, Kadachit Naham Apriyaha. I am always there. Sada Bhami, always shining. At no time I ever hate myself. I am always in love with myself. When did I teach you? When I say, I am the millionaire, did I give you 1 rupee? But you feel miserable. Why? I am a millionaire. In comparison, you have got 5 rupees. Or if you say, you are a millionaire, I feel stupid. But when you say, I am always there, I am the happiness, I am the absolute, you feel very comfortable. Because you are the always there, you are happiness, you are absolute. That is the beauty. Just see that. If there is any little thing to be understood in this world, if there is any little teaching should be shared by everybody, this is the teaching, the learning. Be with yourself. Do not replace it with some God, some name, some truth, some belief, some religious system. Those things, everything has its own place. Just like you know. Your physical body shall die. Therefore, shall I kill myself today? The body will die. So shall we now all sit down together and kill ourselves? What for? It's going to pass, no? So why should I kill it? Let it be there. So everything has a place. Everything has a place. If you want to say, any time, please, for God's sake, don't be a fanatical person. Take one idea and hold on to it. Nasit, nasti, na bhavishyati. It was not, it is not, it will not be. Thought was not, it will not be, is. So what is the... Hey, don't say what is this. That, whenever a little thought is there, using the thought only, you can speak, you can describe, you can communicate. So thoughts are needed. Thoughts are not needed to be, but thoughts are needed to describe, to communicate, to share. The body is not needed to be immortal, but body is needed to be alive. Who wants instant liberation and instant death? Anybody? Come on. If instant liberation means instant death, will you be interested? I will not be. What for? When I am ready, we shall say, let me live with the body, then when I am going to die, instant death, instant liberation. Oh, that's right. But will you value absolute freedom, which comes at the cost of your death? This is where one father, he was a Christian priest, he has written some little books here and there, and some stories here and there. He has written one story, one man goes to a bishop. That's what he writes, whether it is a bishop or a priest or father, mother, brother, rabbi, it just doesn't matter. This is an idea. He tells the high priest, I think religious people are very cruel. He said, why do you say that? See, they sacrifice persons for a purpose. They sacrifice the individual. To prove themselves right, this religious doctrine is right, therefore one who doesn't follow it must be finished. Are they not cruel? Should a person be sacrificed? Then how do you give a chance to a person to understand the reality? Think of it. That is where you become very harsh. That is not truth, that is not absolute. Truth is something so beautiful because in truth there is nothing called you are more special than others. This is something universal. Everybody is one and the same thing. There is nothing superior, there is nothing inferior. Absolute communism. You want to bring in universal socialism, communism? This is what exactly it is. Where there is an established harmony already existing, discover that oneness, the sameness. By law and regulations, listen carefully, by law and regulations, you cannot fix it, that everybody must be same. Can you make a constitutional amendment, some type of a executive proclamation, that from today everybody is happy? Try. Just try. Give a political declaration. From today everybody is happy. Really? You don't do that. Person must discover that himself. Therefore, as you sit down for a minute, are you sitting down there waiting for what I am going to speak? Or you are just being it? When you are it, then the next 1 hour, 2 hours, you'll enjoy your own glory, your own description. Or else you'll be waiting, what is the new point about myself? Is there another new standpoint? Or we had heard it last time. I read it somewhere. So what does it mean? It's okay. What is okay? What are you doing? Morning, listen carefully. Every morning you must meditate. Today's morning was like yesterday's morning, what is that meditate? Listen to this song or this music, heard it enough. So you understand, the I thought, the individuality gets bored with the repetition of thought, repetition of ideas. Reading Bhagavad Gita or chanting it 20 times or 20,000 times, but never gets tired of itself getting tired of everything. Are you getting that? How smart? Do you understand that? It gets tired of everything except itself getting tired of every other thing. Always looking for something new. You cannot look for something new all the time. Be something which is eternally new, eternally fresh. If you look, how many ways I can tell? Same language. Have I not told you? If you look for happiness, bondage. If you seek happiness in an object or a sensation or perception, it is bondage. If you see happiness, it is release. Same thing here. If you look for freshness, you are bound. If you see the freshness, be the freshness, you are always free. Oh, Swamiji, you have talked about happiness, but you never talked about freshness, you know. The freshness is very fresh. Thank you. Mind, you must see that, friends. You be it. And then enjoy your mind with all its wonderful moods and changes. Enjoy your physical body, living with the body, the physical universe. What a thing. Now there is a cyclone. Now there is rain. Now winter. Now spring. Wow. physical body, childhood, youth, old age. Imagine, this morning I read newspaper not for picking up something, there is nothing much to know about the world. What is there going on? Same thing is getting repeated, no? But it gives you fresh pain and fresh pleasure, right? Oh, so many people died in cyclone. Few days gone, another one comes. So many people died in cyclone. What did you do that time? Nothing. What did you do today? Nothing, right? Reading somebody's disaster, you feel very comfortable because lucky Madras there is no cyclone. This morning you saw the message, there was one doctor mom. She's a doctor. Injected herself with powerful lethal injection, killed herself. Keeping the 14-year-old also the same thing. For him to die, lucky, poor thing has still not been dead, is still surviving, struggling, critically ill. Acha, that is the perceptible, visible condition. What is imperceptible is, you know what all struggles she might have gone through her head before she takes this lethal step, the fatal step. Her pain, her anxiety, isolation, loneliness, struggle, fear. Who understands? The people who must be sympathizing, they might have been reason for her isolation. The husband return and cry, but the person is still not recognized until the person killed herself, that he or she unconsciously might have been the reason for the person to feeling so lonely, isolated and deprived. Do you understand? That is why this knowledge is so beautiful. It completely overrides, takes away every type of branding. You're a good man, bad man, stupid man, nothing doing. No, Swami, I'm such a bad boy, I don't think I have a hope. Don't worry. How the Bhagavad Gita, Upanishads, how they'll describe, you know that? You consider yourself a worst person, don't worry about it. Apichet sudurachara. Mam ananya bhag bhajate chet sadhureva samantabhya samyak vyavasita vishaha. Kshipram bhavati dharmatma satsva santi nivachati Arjuna pratijanihi name bhakta pranashyati. You cannot be, worse than that. What Bhagavan says, apichet sudurachara. Even if you are the person PhD in bad conduct, durachara, bad conduct. PhD in bad conduct. Not many people are PhDs, You are not even a failure in bad conduct. One little thing you will tell your brother, I will not give you 5,000 rupees. Then you repent for the whole life. I should have given him 5,000. I say durachari. Little emotions of little people. One day you say something angrily, finished, you repenting for the whole life. You should not have done that. But here he gives you, the range. Apichet sudura achara. Not durachara means bad boy, bad conduct. Sudurachara means PhD in bad conduct. Ananya bhag bhajate chet, if he thinks of me inseparable from him, that means there is only one thing alone is existing, sadhureva samantabhya, he is a sadhu. Meaning there is nothing touches him. Samyak vyavasita isha, because he is established in the right way. He is with himself. Oh, he will be such a rascal. Kshipram bhavati dharmatma. Very soon, he shall abide in himself. A little mischief here and there, that also will drop. That is why patience. Kshipram bhavati dharmatma. Very soon. He doesn't say in 1 month, in 1 day. Kshipram. Quickly. Satsva santim nigacchati. Against the absolute peace. Arjuna, hey Arjuna, pratijani, pratigyam guru, go and declare unto the world, name bhakta pranasyati, my devotee shall never perish. One who is interested in the absolute shall never perish. Third chapter again. Asi ched asi papebhya sarvebhya papaktu uttam. This is greater PhD verse. Api ched asi. Hey Arjuna, asi, even if you are, api ched asi. Chet, if, api, even you are, what? Papebhya sarvebhya papakrut uttama. Appada. Papebhya means the guys who are committing little mistakes. bad conduct, making mistakes. Pape is not one fellow. Sarvebhya papebhya. All people are bad conducts. Among them, papakrut uttama. I mean, you understand the absolute singular epithet for you? Sarvam jnana plavenaiva brujinam santarishyasi. You shall cross over this ocean of bad conduct or whatever it is, jnana plavenaiva, by this boat of knowledge. Why this knowledge is so powerful? Because that knowledge is untouchable. So far you are considering yourself, I am a good man or a bad man. Now good man and bad man goes away, now I am the reality. Not good or bad. Why? How do you differentiate between good and bad? Somebody told very nicely, interesting. How do you differentiate between good and bad? It's mind. He says, yes, it's a mind stuff. How do you say that? He said, all right. A person does a spiritual fasting, religious fasting. A person does a religious fasting for 7 days, 15 days, like Jain monks. 60 days, 30 days they do that. The person comes out brilliant. Same diet, other fellow dies. How come? Because for him, no food, I'm starving, I'm dying. The other fellow, starving. Why? I want to see myself, be with myself. How can I be affected when the body is affected? Attitude. Situation is same. Both are fasting. Both have no food. Both have no water. One is dying, other is, wow, comes out brilliant. How? So fasting is good or bad? That is why you don't come here to be branded. You're a good man, seeking. No. Or you're a stupid fellow, never interested in these things. No. Give everybody there a chance. Help the person to be himself, so that he goes into the absolute, where as the Upanishads will declare, Kima etagam bhavavana tapati, kimahagam sadhuna karabam, kimaham papam akarabam iti. These two things no more afflict this individual. These two things afflict every individual. They suffer in life. What is that? Kimahagam sadhuna karangam. Kim sadhu aham na karabam. What is that? Something noble, good, I did not follow, I did not commit. I should have done that charity, I should have helped him. Miserable. Or kim hagam papam akarabam iti. Or kim papam aham akarabam. Or something bad which I did. I should not have taken that money from his pocket, I should not have hidden his bank book when we are searching for it. Little something like that. This is how people are afflicted in life. What is that? Good I did not do. That is why religious becomes a huge guilt. Because religious means what? Goody. I should not have eaten garlic, I ate. Finished. I should not have eaten that thing, I ate it. I should not have looked at, touched or tasted or smelled or done things, I did it. Or pride. I don't eat. This I don't touch that. I don't see that. I don't smell that. Oh, heavy weight, spiritual heavy weight. Oh boy. So with arrogance you suffer, with humility also you suffer, both ways. Wise person, nothing. Kimham sadhu, what is that good I did or did not do? What is that bad I did or did not do? It doesn't matter. There is etagam bhavavana tapati. I am as I am. Unbranded, unbounded. Absolute. So, when you are sitting down, even for 2 minutes, are you bounded? Branded. Unbounded, unbranded. Instantaneous. Are you getting that point, please? Therefore, read the verses. It's not reading the verses. This is you, your description. Every little is a jewel, is your photograph. It's a verbal word photograph. Nobody can take a photo of consciousness, who you are. You can describe your thoughts, but you can't describe yourself. Somewhere in Brahma Sutra also it comes. You cannot describe the taste of mango, any taste. Vasuki, the serpent with 1,000 tongues also shall be incapable of describing the smell of the rose, or the fragrance of something, or the taste of something. How do you describe the fragrance of the rose? Describe. You want to communicate? Take a rose. And see that the fellow doesn't have cold also. He will not get it. How to describe the fragrance of the Absolute? You are describing. The fellow shouldn't have coldness of mind, you understand? He is suppose sitting down with ideas. I don't believe in all these things. Don't worry. That is the cold. You can take him through the rose garden, the fellow will not enjoy the fragrance because he has got cold. You can take them through the books, all the teachings of the universe. I don't believe in this. Finished. Enough. What he is not understanding is, he doesn't believe in himself. Okay? So now, anyway, please read this. How beautiful. Just read the 17. 18. Ekameva bhavam bodho asid asti vavishyati nate bandhosti moksho va krutya sukham chara ma sankalpa vikalpabhyam Chittam kshobhaya chinmaya Upasamya sukham tishtha Swatmanyananda vigrahe Tyajaiva dhyanam sarvatra Ma kinchid hrudi dharaya Atma tvam mukta evasi Kim virmursya karishyasi Tyajaiva dhyanam sarvatra Ma kinchi hrudi dharaya Atma tvam mukta evasi Kimbum Rushya Karishyasi. Amazing verses. Amazing, They are as amazing as you are, as amazing I am, is so beautiful. Your days, months, lives must be full of this meaning, full of yourself all the time. Then relatively go on doing things, whatever has to be done. But beautiful, what he says. All these things you are listening to. Ma sankalpa vikalpabhyam chittam kshobhaya chinmaya. Oh Chinmaya, your name is not Chinmaya. Everybody's name is Chinmaya. Pure consciousness. Brahman, Atma, Soumya, O handsome one. Priya, the loveliest one. Whom are you describing? These are the original names of everybody. Brahman, Chinmaya, Jnana Swarupa, Satchidananda, Sat Swarupa, Chit Swarupa, Ananda. That is your first name. But you are not the name. These are the names for the nameless. And any name can fit into that. That which is Chit, consciousness, is Sat. That which is Sat, ever existent, Ananda, absolute happiness. That which is Sat, Chit, Ananda, Ishvara, all-pervasive, Nirguna, Saguna Brahma, Ishvara. All these names, 1,000 names of God. But none of these names describe it. You are nameless. But these names, at least in consonance, in harmony with who you are. Your name is Chinmaya. Mayam Purnam. Chit, no, again, antapurnam, bahipurnam. Full inside, full outside. Like the full pot in the ocean. Consciousness within, consciousness without. The physical body in the whole universe. Consciousness in and through everything. That's your name. Hey, Chittam Makshobhaya. Suddenly don't pick up a role with be that I thought. I am going to listen why I say that, because it's better to speak the language that you are familiar with. Unfamiliar language is being one with consciousness. Familiar language is being one with the thought. Hey Chinmaya, even though you are nameless, absolute consciousness, unconsciously at this moment, identifying with this thought, you are Chittam Kshobhaya. You are as though Kshobhayati. You are as though disturbing your own mind, because mind is not disturbed. You feel disturbed, right or wrong? The ocean is feeling disturbed, or you feel frightened? Is the ocean afraid of the cyclonic waves and the tsunami waves? Or the ocean enjoying quiet, deep, sprawling, shimmering waves? Quiet. Apuryamanam ajra pratishtham samudra. The ocean, full and complete. No movement. Does the ocean enjoy the stillness? Or the ocean is afraid of tsunami waves? No. Onlooker? Ayyo, very choppy. I don't want to go. What? Lovely. Shall we go for a swim? Understand? The mind, what you call as thoughts, they have no sense of being disturbance or being quiet. That is why the language must be very, very careful. As I told you, eyes cannot see it. When did eyes try to see it that they cannot see it? Did you understand that? Mind cannot grasp it. When does the mind try to grasp it? What it means is you don't use your senses to see or hear or taste or touch yourself, because who you are, the eyes cannot report. Sense organs cannot report. Ears cannot hear. You are not a sound, not a touch, not a taste, not a smell, not a sight. If you are not a sound, listen carefully. If you are not a sound, not a touch, not a smell, not a sight, then listen. Oof, so sweet. Then perception is not possible. If perception is not possible, can the thought be possible? Have you seen my grandfather? Have the thought of my grandfather? Oh, I am consciousness. Have the thought of my grandfather. Boy, you can be infinity, but have the thought of my grandfather. I am with so much of strength, I am telling. Do you know why? I have not seen. So suppose you are a mind reader or mind transponder, transformer. You see my thought, you pack it up in your thought, The other day I was watching one magic show. That fellow's name is Dynamo. You must watch that. Out of the universe. I heard the scene that, I forget his name now. Those two big magicians, one was in Britain, in British, and other is in American. David Copperfield. And in London there was another fellow, BBC was, out of, but this fellow is almost same class. Far better even. In India, if you just put on a ochre cloth, you will be the God. He goes there, just till before I come back to what I was talking about. You cannot have a thought anyway, understand? I'll tell you that. Unless you see, you cannot have we'll come back to that point, okay? That's very important. See, even if you're a magician also, I told you cannot, suppose you have a capacity to take my thought and plant it in your head. So I don't have a thought, so you can't think of my grandfather. But what this fellow did, he asked a person, look at this picture. He just go to a market, picks up a CD cover. He asked somebody, pick up a CD cover. A CD cover. He says, you see CD covers here? Yes. Which one you like? He said, that one I like. You know what happened? He asked that fellow to do like this. That print has come here. This print has gone there. With the CD is also changing place. How do you do it? All on the television, it's not, and these fellows who are doing, they are all feeling, no. The fellows say, oh, this is weird, oh no, the people are running away. The person has capacity. Suppose you have a capacity like that. He just not think. So maybe somehow, now we are not into that, it's magic. So, you have the capacity. Think what you have not seen. So, if truth, the Brahman, the absolute, listen carefully, if it cannot be seen, cannot be heard, cannot be tasted, cannot be touched, that means all thoughts that you have got in your head is nothing about you. Does it make the job easier or difficult? Absolutely easy. Because every perception, every thought, you are free from. If it is so, which thought you will be worried about? Which perception you should be worried about? You understand the richness of life? Therefore, Makshobhaya, Sankalpa Vikalpabhyam, Chittam Hechinmaya Makshobhaya. Do not unnecessarily bring in these ups and downs. Create these convulsions within by thinking or not thinking. That job doesn't exist for you. Upashamya sukham tishtha. Upashamya. Total upasama. Be the absolute calmness, restfulness that you are. Like being the space. Listen carefully. Be the space in which a cyclone comes, typhoon comes, tornado comes, and simple breeze also passes. The spring breeze is blowing away. The freezing winter storm passes. The loo, the hot breeze from the womb of the desert passes. Space is space. The space doesn't complain. Neither the wind thinks it is cool or hot or it is cyclonic. Observer thinks. In the space of consciousness, million changes can take place. Only the I thoughts I'll say, this should not be there, or this should be there. You understand the point? This is nothing to change the universe or add one dimension of changelessness. These are already existing. Only one thing that is getting affected is simple I thought. Where from the reaction comes? Listen, where from the reactions comes? Fear, anxiety, excitement, jealousy, love, infatuation, hatred, fear. Where from they come? Are they inherent in this flower? Is an attraction inherent in this flower? Sensation inherent in this flower? Pleasure or pain inherent in this flower? Never. It is just a flower. How much can I talk? You think for yourself. The fire is there. It's not there to burn me, warm me, keep me warm, or to freeze me by moving away. The fire has no job. You go near, warm. Go far away, cold. Touch it, burnt. Did fire do it? Think, please. That is, you know everything. The nature of everything you must know. Somebody says, Swami, I know. All these things I know, but why is it still I go to hold on to something? Why? Many people ask this question. Why I still go on to hold on to something? Okay, you have one picture in your head, you shall get out of it. If you are sincere, if you are willing to, you can get out of it. What is that something? Whatever you are willing to hold on to, imagine. Why imagine? First imagine and see the reality of it. So far, whatever you have held on to, has it lasted? Just don't think. Let it not be sound as this idea of a sensation in your ear. Whatever you have held on to at one time or other in life, that it shall completely take away my problems, did it last? Whatever you are holding, it is falling along with you. So can you afford to hold on? Just think. Job will not last. Relationship will not last. Youth will not last. Forget other people holding on to. Your own youth, hold on, how long it will last. Your own health, you hold on, how long it will last. That is why not dependable. There is one thing which is dependable, is yourself, which is everlasting, pure happiness, joy, bliss, consciousness, call it whatever you like. Having done it, then enjoy. What? Falling continuously. Don't be too harsh on yourself. Oh, silence is beautiful. There are exotic silence or exotic sound. I love silence, so no music. Huh? I love calm waters. Where is the surfing? Everybody loves calm waters. Where is the surfing? Can you enjoy surfing? But surfing waves now, whoa, mighty waves, and like a tunnel you shall go through. If that huge waves are not there, where is the tunnel effect? Life must be absolute calm. How will you ride surfing waves? Understand. It all depends on you. What to say, what to say, what to say. Makshvaya. So, if you cannot have the picture of my grandfather in your head because you have never seen it. Consciousness. Since it can't be seen, cannot be touched, cannot be smelled, what does it mean? Its picture is not there. You can never have a picture of consciousness. You can have the consciousness itself. Always the original. Photograph prohibited. You understand? Photography totally prohibited. No, now Swamiji, what is photography prohibited, useless? Other day we were going to a dam, it's a beautiful dam, artificial man-made dam, acres and acres of water, very beautiful. As we were getting in, one person was with us, he was taking photo. I said, clearly written there, photography prohibited. Old man, old timers, photography prohibited. He said, Swamiji, he got little really, upset, Why are you saying that? He said, let them write, doesn't matter anymore. I said, when they have written, you should obey it. Old time thinking. He gave me the logic, I was shut off. Today you put this Google map, satellite mapping, the whole, I can't even take that type of photo. You enlarge it and you can see every wave there in that wave, in that thing. What is this photography? True, don't you think they should remove that photography prohibited? Even that technology cannot photograph the consciousness. There is no over it, above it, below it, behind it, in front of it. That is what the, what does it say now? Na purata, neither in the Antaha na baihi, neither inside nor outside, not behind, not in front. Not, what language? Can't use. Hagamsa suchisate varasate, that comes in Kathopanishad or Mandukupanishad, somewhere it comes. It's everywhere. No photography allowed. So, if no photography allowed, which thought you should be bothered about? Albums. Just see, do you really enjoy loving yourself? Do you really enjoy being with your thought, being with your body, being with the creation as it is? And enjoy means what? Always smiling. The sense of satisfaction, being yourself. Unaffected, untouched by anything. But everything shall be. You don't want your body to age and change and die. Does it happen or no? Does it happen or no? Do you take it or not? Yes. You don't want your brother to take your money. You don't want your sister to take this away. You don't want your friends to loot your money. You don't want many people to do nothing. But they do everything that you don't want. Which one is more difficult? Time snatching your body or they snatching your money? If you can live with your body being snatched, can you not live with your land being taken away by somebody? By chance, I am not telling that somebody should take. I am not telling that, but in case it happens, should it matter? Being immortal, if you can enjoy mortality, being the absolute freedom, absolute happiness, you can also go through every relative ups and downs. Therefore, Makshvaya, may you never feel that convulsions within. Upasami. Appa. Completely being at rest with yourself. Sukham tishtha. Where? Swatmani ananda vigrahe he chinmaya. You are not only pure consciousness chit, ananda vigraha. You are the absolute embodiment of bliss, joy, satisfaction, consciousness, whatever. Really? And the next one is a killer. Everyone is a wonderful thing, but next one is also a killer. Oh, Swami, that's fantastic. So, Atmani, I shall sit down there, Ananda Vigrahe. This is meditation, no, Swamiji? Now come. Wait for another missile. Tyajaiva dhyanam sarvatra. May you give up that even dhyanam teja, give up the so-called meditation. Being yourself is not meditating. Being yourself is meditation. I have told you 100 times, see this verse here. So, I should be always like meditating and being with myself. Shut up. Tyajayeva dhyanam sarvatra. Even the so-called meditation give up. Meaning thereby, the unconsciously now the eye takes up another pursuit. So now, previously I was losing myself in perception, sensation, thought. Now I must be with a thought-free, pure consciousness in the white heat, red heat, brown heat meditations. Beautiful language. I must be. Where are you still there? The fellow will never. You understand? Why you get into trouble? Even after listening the longest time, the fellow is still in trouble because he wants to listen more. Or he wants to, now my listening is over, I must contemplate now. Now my contemplation is over, I must meditate now. So leave me alone. A thought is not a kshova, a disturbance, anxiety. The perception is neither a pleasure or a pain. The moment you see that, do you understand the limitless limit of yours? There is nothing called a perception which you cannot have. Nothing called a thought which you cannot entertain or be with. Like the universe. Can you take away the ocean from the earth? Can you take away a planet from the universe? In one way or the other, everything is lasting. Every condition shall prevail. Listen carefully. Every condition shall prevail. There can be rain, there can be winter, there can be spring, there can be millions and billions of galaxies as well as a black hole where there is nothing. In yourself, in your tiny little universe of your mind and the body, there shall be sensations of every kind, perceptions of every kind, diseases of every kind. Possibilities are enormous. Also you shall be enjoying your health. Thoughts of any kinds. Tiny mind. How many thoughts you have? How many thoughts? How many schools of philosophy? How much information you can have? Human mind has its limits. But listen carefully. You are in space which has no limits. But how much distance you can travel in space, it has a limit. Right or wrong? The space in which you are, is so sweet. Do you understand? Are you that? You are in space. Does the space have limit? Because you are in limitless space, and therefore let us say you are the space, whether you understand it or not. Your space has an answer to everything. Still, can you say therefore, I can travel as much as I like? No. The pot space recognizes. Previously I was thinking I am potted, I am so limited. Now the pot guru has come and told, no, you are not potted space. It is spaced pot. Don't think it's a play of words, huh? It's not potted space. The space cannot be potted. It's spaced pot. The pot has come in space. The pot doesn't limit the space. Space is not worried about the limitation of the pot. How beautiful. You don't like that, you understand? You don't like the small pot, so you break it and make the use of the same mud to make a bigger pot. Add some more. The space is not housed, house is spaced. Now break this house, make it another 100,000, 200,000, 200 million square foot house. Nothing happens to space. So you are the consciousness, space, all pervasive. Yet you live with certain limitations. So what is that can disturb you? What is that can disturb the space? What the space cannot accommodate? In consciousness, what thought cannot be accommodated? That is why people who commit suicide, why? Intolerable thoughts can't take it. Who is telling that? I can't take it. I can't take this life. I can take this misfortune. I can take this loss. I can live without my father. I can live without my mother. I can't live with my lover, my friend, my wife, my husband. Or I can live with this situation. Who commits suicide? Body? Thoughts? Consciousness? I. Will you like the whole world to commit suicide? Ordinary person commits suicide because I cannot take this. My job is gone, my wife ran away, my child is like this, my husband is like this, I cannot take it. Another person commits suicide because God told me after death I shall be in a good place. Who is deciding? Who is telling? God is whispering? Thoughts are whispering? I thought. If you are a person like that, you shall be as Shanta and Gavira and Gambhira, as peaceful, as deep, and as Gambhira. Gambhira, I don't know how to translate it in Sanskrit. Huh?
Majestic.
What?
Majestic.
I don't get the word.
Majestic.
Imagine, Gambhira, you see. Okay, you can say that, but Gambhira. Ocean is Gavira as well as Gambhira. Very deep, so huge, awesome. Yet, so small. If you touch the wave also, you are touching the ocean. Right or wrong? If you want to touch Bay of Bengal, now shall you swim all over? You touch the little water, Bay of Bengal. Consciousness. All pervasive, here. Therefore, what is the question of my meditating? Tyajaiva dhyanam sarvatra nakinchi hrudi dharaya. Hrudi nakinchi dharaya. Do not hold on to anything in your heart. What does it mean? Heart will be there. Bhavana, Hrut means what? Bhavana. Suppose Hrut, in consciousness. Hrudayam is a beautiful word. Hrut, ayam. Hrut, Atma, Chaitanya. Ayam, Atma. Ayam, Hrut. You can say ayam, Atma. Or ayam means you can say subject to, what is that? Objectification. Who you are and what is subject to objectification. Both, when they come together, become Hrudaya. Granthi, you are not of the heart. Avidya, Kama, Karma. You get into that, you go into that. Ignorance is there, Kama, desires born from that. Karma, action comes out of it. But none of these things are in Hrut, in consciousness, nothing. That means dharaya. Don't hold on to anything. That there is beautiful, but don't hold on to it. Tell me, the presence of gold is a problem or my greed for the gold is a problem? Huh? So remove the gold. This is religious discourse, right? Kamini, Kanchan. So woman is a problem, the presence of the woman is a problem, the presence of man is a problem, the presence of gold is a problem, the presence of a faith is a problem, or you are the problem. You are the problem, but everybody else must be removed, everything else must be removed, I must be shining. How? You cannot shine. Even if everybody is removed, now you shall be miserable because nobody to fight with. Empty. Nakinchit rudidha. Atma tvam. Tvam atma. You are the self. The meaning of the word atma and the meaning of the tvam same. Tat tvam asi. Tad atma, tad brahma, tvam asi. That indeed you are. Muktevasi. Always free. You know the last line? Underline and stamp it on your head. Vimrushya kim karishyasi. By thinking, by meditating, what shall you get? Vimrushya kim karishyasi. By thinking about it, will you add to the consciousness? Please understand, this is revelry picture, this is not revelation, this is revelry. So first class fellow sitting down here now, he shall say, correct, Vimrushya kim karishyasi. What the thought shall do? Therefore, what? Therefore, let me go crazy, suffer. This is where you die, you destroy yourself. What is there in meditation? The person who is interested in scholarship will pick up this book and destroy every other fellow. That is why when you are a person with understanding, the depth, you are yourself, you are so kind, so tolerant, so accepting. Why? Patience. When a child makes a mistake, cannot say, if you say A, B, he is a key, say boy, he cannot say a car. Do you hit a child? It's all right. She cannot say C, chi. Because C, chi. Now do you hit the child? Patience. You are not the body. I am. Hit the body, hit the fellow. Hey, let him grow up. You know who is intolerant? The people who are not aware of their own limitations are very intolerant about other people's limitation. You can take this line and print it. If you are not aware of your limitation, you shall be totally intolerant about other people's limitation. And why are you not aware of your limitation? Because you are not aware of the limitlessness in whose presence limitations disappear. Three major things happens to you. First, you are not aware of the limitlessness. Next, you are not aware of your limitation. Because for you, limitation is no more limitation, because in the absence of your appreciation of the limitlessness, you don't see your limitation as a limitation. You think your limitation is limitlessness. Therefore, other people's limitations are very visible, your limitations are completely finished. So, you are in permanent boiling pot. Miserable, miserable, miserable. Because even if you are not aware of your limitation, it kills you. Are you getting that? Even if you are not aware of your limitation, it kills you. Since it kills you, you cannot accept other people's limitation. So you are in a boiling pot. Same behavior in yourself, there is no question of forgiving. You don't even know that. You are not forgiving yourself. You are just even not aware of it. But same behavior in other people, whoa. Ishvara. That is why this is not first, it's not statement for the ordinary beginners. Vimursha kim karisesi? By thinking, what shall you get out of it? The person was, they call it like Pauncha hua sadhu, one who has already arrived, reached the destination, he is with himself. Vimursha kim karisesi? One who reached the top of the mountain, listen carefully, limited example. One who reached the top of the mountain, he can say, what shall I do with the leg? Why? He has already climbed. To be on the top of the mountain, you don't need leg. But the fellow who is on the bottom of the mountain, suppose he cuts it off, can't even climb. That is why the range must be so beautiful. You are limitless and you accept every limitation of everyone. It's so beautiful. Atmatvam mukta evasi, you are always free. Are you still feeling bound by a thought to remove the thought? Ask yourself the question. Are you still bound by an idea to remove the idea? What shall I say? Suppose, you understand, too many examples are going through the head. Just think of it. Suppose yet you are tied down by a rope. Tying down your hand of a person, are you tying him down? By putting a fellow into a room, are you imprisoning him? The person is free with himself, is free everywhere. A person is a prisoner of his thought, is a prisoner everywhere. You are a miserable person. You take the fellow anywhere, he will be miserable. Seashore. Why did you bring me here? What is there? But don't you enjoy the vastness of the sea? What vastness of the sea? There is nothing. Okay, where do you want to go? Take me wherever you want. See? This is where the idiots behave. These are exactly idiots behave. Take me wherever you want. But once I take you there, that also is not a good place. So you think I am a god, that I have to create a place that exactly which one you like, and there will be no such place. Why? Because you don't like yourself. Therefore, wherever you go there, wherever you go, since you hate yourself, you will hate every place, every person, everything. And the person is happy, comfortable with himself, you are so comfortable with yourself, then what happens? Even if you go to somebody's house who are miserable, they will like you. They will forget their misery for 2 minutes. They will forget their miseries. Why people like you? Because you make them themselves. In your presence, you don't remind, what type of coffee is this? Little more strong will be nice, no? So for you, drinking a strong cup of coffee in another person's house is very important. That makes you happy and makes everybody unhappy. What type of car is this? What type of bed is this? So do you have a Rolls-Royce driven, chauffeur-driven Rolls-Royce? No. Then why are you talking about this? If you are a happy person and happy with anything and everything around, and if you want to be happy with something, don't do that at others' cost, at your cost. I don't like this house, build 5-star. I don't like this pillow, you purchase. I don't like this bedsheet, purchase Shabal, $5 million, no problem. No, others must provide me what I want. A lovely prescription for perpetual misery. You are miserable, you shall continue your misery also in life. You are happy with yourself. You will hate your body also. You are happy with yourself. Even if your body is stupid, you say, my body is the best. Why? My body. I am living with it. The best body. But your nose is like this, that is how I like it. But your tooth are here. I love those type of tooth. I am not telling a joke. Some people like it. Other day, there was a professor. I don't want, he's already gone dead and gone. He had teeth like this, in outside, big teeth like that. Nowadays you don't see that. Because children, they are corrected up right away. Nowadays you don't see many people with long, big teeth coming, especially protruding out. Because those days, and this whole thing will be out. And he had that. I asked his colleague one day, I said, how does he manage to speak? And Swamiji, it is artificial. Can you believe he has chosen? He has chosen the teeth which are big. Now, who are we to say that is nonsense? He likes his tooth that way. That is why stop being a satellite observing everybody's life. How did the other person do? You have a satellite inside. So when you are aware of your limitation, you live with everybody's limitation. Because you are also aware of your limitlessness like everybody else. You are as limitless as everybody is. You have some limitations which others also have. Different types of limitations. Limitations you have. Therefore, happily live through life. Vimrishya kim karishyati? By thinking about it, worrying over it, or even contemplating over it, what shall you get out of it? Yes, if you have still not found yourself, contemplate. But contemplating, not to lose in contemplation, but to go beyond the contemplation. Be with yourself. Okay? Alright, with this chapter ends. Now the 16th chapter begins. Amazing verses. Just get into it. It is like the serial. You know the serial things in TV? Last they will put in such a scene, just 2 minutes they will put it, but you are hooked. Why? The next, what? That will be like that. Now he is starting the scene. Read that. Now he is out of the world. The whole 16th chapter, only 11 verses. We shall take it this week, next week. We shall finish it up, 4 classes. I think we should finish it up. Coming. We shall see that. If I am there, they will send you the mail. Just please read. Ashtavakra Achakshva Shrunu Bhatate Nana Shastrani Anekashahe Tathapi na tava swasthyam sarva vismaranadrute bhogam karma samadhimba guru vignya tathapite chittam nirasta sarvasam atyartham rochaishyati ayasat sakalo dukhi nainam janati kaschana anenaivopadeshena dhanya prapnoti nivrutim achakshva shrunu bhatate nana shastrani anekasah tathapi na tava swasthyam sarva vishmaranadrute. Amazing verses. You know, this is the real, what type of teaching is this? I mean, what a tradition. That is why I said, what a tradition. I mean, if somewhere these type of beautiful things are written, let us share it everywhere, doesn't matter. But we are lucky to be into a tradition where this dimension is given absolutely, what's the phrase? Unparalleled, incomparable. In most of the time, most of the places, they shall tell you what to do, what to hold on to, so that you can be like this. But nowhere they will say, you hold on to so that you can transcend it and give it up. There is a huge difference between the two. Meditate to be free. You must have meditation to be free. But you are free to meditate, not many will take. When you are free, you can meditate or need not meditate, that nobody will say. Hold your nose, you will be peaceful. Stand on your tail, you will be peaceful. Read this book, you will be peaceful. Do the fasting, you shall be peaceful. Do this ritual, you will be peaceful. Get this money, you shall be peaceful. Don't be with this person, you will be peaceful. Or be with this person, you will feel peaceful. If you make the absolute, the happiness, fulfillment conditional, that by doing this you shall be peaceful, or by not doing this you shall be peaceful, you are making the peace conditional. You are making the happiness conditional. You are making the freedom conditional. If the freedom is conditional, what type of freedom is that? You are free to go wherever you want to go, but ask me. Beautiful. You are, see, I am giving you this money, you can spend as you like, but give me the account and, tell me where all you spend. Then why, what did you spend? What did you spend? You take this house, this is all yours. But to whom you give, what you do in that house, let me know. Lovely freedom, right? You want to be happy? Don't eat garlic. Then what will happen? In fact, that becomes the forbidden fruit and more exciting. Don't eat garlic. What will happen if I eat garlic? Then you taste eat garlic and nothing happens. Then you say, but why are you telling me not to eat garlic? Don't question. I told you so. The book is written. What do you do? You cannot make the truth conditional. You must always remember these verses. Morning, get up and chant. Evening, go and chant. Always remember these verses. And don't forget your Guru. Ayyo. These are things will come the last, but I don't know what to say. Anyway, it will come now. Please see. But what he says, Achakshva Shrunuvatata, O son, with so much of love and affection. O son, O child, baby. What a relationship. Meaning, be as much I am free, that much you are as much I am the freedom, that much you are freedom. Absolute. Watch out. To whom do you give these precautions? To who you don't want to get lost. Don't you do that? Go to Madras? Yes. Don't go alone into that ocean, because strong current. But suppose I don't like, what shall I tell you? Go wherever you want to go. Current, yes. Why? Because I don't know. I don't want you to come back. You can very well be taken away by the sea. Where shall I go for a walk? Midnight, 12 o'clock from Central Station, you should walk. So that on the road you can be mugged. Right? Whom do you say what not to do? Person you don't want to be in trouble. Now he says that. It is that he is not telling. It's not that you should or should not do. It is not, here it is not a should not should do. He says, what you do is your choice. But if you think by doing a particular thing you shall be free, you are not free. Achakshva shrunuvatata, O son, achakshva, you may go on speaking any number of scriptures for any number of hours. Achakshva, speak. I'm not a preacher, I'm not a speaker. Shrunuvatata. If you listen to this type of words also for thousands of years, as long as you like, I'm a listener. Nana Sastrani Anekasaha. Different type of scriptures, you can go on listening Anekasa in so many different ways. Hundreds of standpoints. Tantra, mantra, yoga, karma yoga, jnana yoga, bhakti yoga, this book, that book, other philosophy, 6 systems, anything you can, Anekasa, anything you can go on listening to. Remember one thing. Tathapina tava swasthyam. Still it is not your swasthya. Swasthya in vernacular language, swasthya means health. Swastharaksha. Swastharaksha means what? Protecting your hygiene, right? Keeping your hygiene. Swasthya. Swasthya is a beautiful word. When I was thinking of stha, tishtati iti stha, that is existing. Swasmin tishtati iti swastha. One who is abiding in himself is swastha. Tasya bhava swasthya. Swasthya is a fantastic word. Swasthya is not physical health. But in all regional languages, vernacular languages, swasthya means health, health protection. Swasthya. Swasthya means only when you are swastha, abiding in yourself, that is the swasthya, because there will be no disease. Free from mortality itself. What to talk of diseases which cause mortality? How beautiful. So everybody is enjoying absolute health. Physical, emotional, intellectual, spiritual health. All the 4 things you enjoy when you are being with yourself. Oh, so then Swamiji, how come the wise man, but the person got cancer? For your standpoint, yes, body getting cancer, body has to die. But the person knows he is swasthya, he is swastha, he is very happy with himself. Physical body, something can be done, yes, cannot be done. So, swastha. Always free. That you don't have to look at somebody. That is why consciously you test it out. Your experimentation with your own truth. Your experiment with your truth. What do? Deliberately starve for a few days. No eating. Your body can go through so much inconvenience, but it doesn't touch you. You walk for miles and miles and miles. what they call sanchara samadhi. Your body is getting tired, mind is resisting, but you are with yourself. You call it all, give such a high power word, sadhana, everybody get frightened. When you know yourself and you go and experiment with the truth, that becomes sadhana. Or else you cannot. How do you happily do sadhana, tell me? Nobody can do happily sadhana, because every sadhana time is unhappy time for people. Because, oh, I have to meditate by morning, get up and do for 2 hours. You have to, 48 days you can, should not eat this, meat, drink this, have a man or woman, or, these many type people do that, no? Oh, Swamiji, you are telling, you are laughing. I am not laughing at it. 48 days you do, then what happens? For average person, it becomes a torture. Okay, it's a good torture. Why? Chances are out of that 48 days, the person shall say, since I have lived without liquor for 48 days, why not? But there will be more percentage of people wait for the 49th day. For all the bottles to open, all the goats to be dead, all the chickens to be finished. Why? Now he's so proud. I lived 48 days without it. So, 49th day celebration is counteract the entire 48 days. Beautiful. In Orissa, this month, that Kartika Masam, 30 days, nobody eats meat, fish, nothing. I mean, nobody means most people, those who believe these things, they don't eat. And the last 5 days known as the Baka Panchami. Baka Panchami means, Baka means what? Heron. Heron, who always eating by the waterside and eating fish. Baka Panchami, even the heron will not eat fish. Meaning, forget you. Why is it so? The scientific, they say, during that time, the fish develops some worm, something. God knows, right or wrong, I don't know. But anyway, but the day it ends, oh boy. Same thing in every religious festivals, Lent. You give up, or there is something like in Muslim festivals also, fasting month, then the last one is what? Biryani. You can take, forget it, human things, whatever. Because it becomes very painful. Denial becomes very painful. So that's not sadhana, that's a painful sadhana. When it becomes a pleasure, you see, you have listened to it, you have heard this thing, hey, true, I am with myself. All right, how do I strengthen that? How do I strengthen it? I am the happiness itself. Okay, let me experiment. Listen, let me experiment. Live without it, still happy with myself. Live with it, even while living with it. What I am getting is not from the object, but from myself. Conscious living. Then it becomes beautiful. And when you say, but if you say, you read this, you will be free, but you do not make them free to read. You meditate in this way, you shall be free. That is why these brochures, meditation, 5 days meditation, 4 days meditation, 1 hour meditation, midnight meditation. For what? All for what? Samadhi, freedom and all that stuff. Moksha. Please see that for yourself. You can speak as much as you like. You can think as much as you like. But, tathapina tava swastham, still you will not abide in yourself. Last quarter, underline. Sarvam vismaranatrute, until you forget everything. Until you go beyond everything. Vismaranatrute, vismarana. Whatever is forgettable, you forget. Words are forgettable. You like it or not, you forget. Try not to read few books, few days and see how much you remember. Try not to repeat certain mantras you are repeating every day, see how much you remember. You don't even, you go on sitting on chair and don't do sit down like this, your leg will start paining after 1 month or 2 months. Again come back to this posture becomes very, very difficult. Listen carefully. Forgettable things you better forget. And you shall see one unforgettable thing yourself. You cannot say, I don't remember it. Yourself is not something to be remembered. Remembering involves forgetfulness. To forget, if you are remembering with the help of a thought, you shall forget when the thought is not there. If you are remembering with the help of a perception, you shall forget if the perception is not there. Out of sight, out of mind. Out of mind also is out of sight. Both way forgettable. Out of sight, out of mind. Out of sight may not be immediately out of mind, but after some time it will be out of mind. How do you think Berlin Wall falls and both together became? How do you think Germans and Jews became very friendly? Holocaust and the next 5, 6 years, 10 years will be absolutely painful. This fellow looks at each other, they will try to, oh boy. But now what is happening? Berlin Wall gone. Friendship. Have you not seen it in families? The boy or girl wants to marry outside the traditions, against the wishes of the parents. 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, don't even talk about it, don't meet. After 5, 10 years, the grandson is coming, the granddaughter is coming, the people are coming, playing. What happened? Forgotten. The thoughts are gone. Forgettable. So if to remember something you need a thought, if the thought is gone, forgotten. If to remember something a perception is needed, perception is not there, forgotten. Lucky, the self is beyond perception, imperceptible, beyond thoughts, not thinkable. Therefore, not forgettable. Sarvam vismaranadrute. Anything that can be forgotten, you better forget. Meaning, to be with yourself, you don't have to have a thought or a perception. Vismarana does not mean not to remember. Have you seen? Sometimes you choose to forget. You choose to forget, no? You don't like a person. He has told you to purchase something for him from Adya. You remember, but you don't like the person. You come back and say, I forgot. Is he going to shoot you? I forgot what to do. You know, forgot. So what can you do? You don't do anything. You've forgotten, no. You choose to forget. Can you do the same thing to your mind? When the thought comes up, you choose to forget it. Choosing to forget means what? Thoughts are there, but you are no more using it. How nice. What you do angrily with whom you don't like, get angry with your mind and do what you don't like. Just be yourself. Is it difficult? You are a past master. You do that always. No. You are capable of doing it for somebody, incapable of doing it for yourself. That is why you gloriously suffer. Ultimately, friends, what it means is, achaksha, speak as much as you like. Listen as much as you like. Think as much as you like. But you are still not established in yourself unless everything is forgotten. Meaning, No more you depend on all that you listen, speak or think to be yourself. What is taste now? Are you getting that? And how beautiful it is. Lucky. Abba, what a relief you get, because everything becomes forgettable. Close your eyes. And he goes on like that for the next 11 verses. Wonderful thoughts. You don't begin with that, being with yourself. You begin with your body, the books, the perceptions. See, hear, taste, touch. Then remember all that you heard, tasted, touched, smelled. Slowly getting into identification and problem. Then you will discover what you perceived is not a problem. The memory was not a problem. This I, creating, because of its identification, drags the limitation of everything to itself. Discover who you are. And to be who you are, not only I thought is not required. Listen and be. To be who you are, not only I thought is not required, but also all other thoughts, all other perceptions. Yet, to keep the body alive, to move in this creation, you need your perceptions, your thoughts, but still you don't need the I. So it says, Sarvam Vismaranat Rute. Smarana, remembering, Vismarana, forgetting, the job of the I, the individual. Thought by itself is neither a memory, Smarana, remembrance, nor the absence of thought is a forgetfulness for the thought itself. Smarana, Vismarana, remembering, forgetting, is the branding of the I, the individuality, and that is gone. Just being yourself, you don't need the I. No thought, no perception. And therefore, every perception, every thought, the whole universe is a blessing. Consciousness in yourself, Brahman, the absolute, all-pervasive. With all names, all forms, Ishvara. So you can't dismiss. There is no need to dismiss the totality. So your knowledge with yourself is complete. Your devotion to Ishvara is complete. Appreciation of your body, your mind. Tiny, micro, individual existence. Impossible without the macro, the totality, Ishvara. Yet, as much your name is redundant, an individual, any name, total also, is redundant. In being the nameless, no name is required. But you can choose all names, like Ishvara, all names are His name. God, not a name for a form, but the name for all forms, in which your name I, your form body, is an inseparable part. So swing from which direction you like, infinity to infinity, nameless to name to nameless, formless to forms to formless. You are absolutely free at all times. Thank you, friends. Thank you.